I'm back for another video, and today is not a character review or an unboxing today. Today is about a... This is about a guy this is about two videos of the same guy. And this video is about a dwarf caiman attacking a bigger crocodilian. That's a small species. And you can watch it on YouTube if you want to. So... yeah, you can watch it right now if you just type. The video is called on YouTube. It's called "Why You Should Never Keep Dwarf Caiman," which is this guy with another species. And right now, I'm on a I'm on a website that's translated into Chinese. It's called Bilibili, and it's about all sorts of videos that are translated into Chinese. So I'll put on the video right now and see how you think. Let's see how would you react to the video and see what do you think about. Okay, so what you just saw is a Cuvier's dwarf caiman right during this angle, going after what appears to be two other crocodilians that are slightly bigger than him. This one's a lot longer. This one's a little shorter, but a little more robust. And if you want to know these two species, this is a Chinese alligator, and this is a smooth-fronted caiman, a species that is a close relative to the Cuvier's dwarf caiman and has a strong resemblance to the species. But they do have different colors. Cuvier's dwarf caimans are a dark gray or black. Smooth-fronted caimans are light brown. So, when I saw this video on YouTube, I was like, "What are those two?" And I commented a channel that I follow a lot. It's called Melanosuchus niger, which is the scientific name for the black caiman, which I will about to show you. Okay, black caiman. If you want to see the black caiman, here it is. It's the largest of the caiman species, slightly larger than the very similar looking American alligator. Now, if you want to follow that channel, you can if you want to. It's on YouTube. And this video is one of them, one of the shorts. So anyways, back to these guys. It appears that the Cuvier's dwarf caiman has a duct tape on his mouth, probably because of its aggressive personality. And I won't be surprised if these guys also have a duct tape on their mouth. Now back to the comments. When I commented the channel on the YouTube, this is a Chinese alligator and this is a smooth-fronted caiman, and I was like, okay. And then I commented, what else? That the Chinese alligator was actually killed by this dwarf caiman. And I also commented that, this guy lived in China, and I decided to go on English, translated, Chinese, and I stumbled upon the video right away. And I also typed in, that if there are more crocodilians than just these three. And he said saltwater crocodile, Cuban crocodile, and Siamese crocodile. I was like, why salty? Those are humongous. This house looks so small. And I'll get that to another video, which I just explained earlier in the very beginning of the video. And I was like, when he said Chinese alligator, I was like, what? And also, contrast this video was in China. And how could this guy have a Chinese alligator in his house? They're a native species and they're endangered. And what I might think is that this guy got these crocodilians from the illegal pet trade, because China sells a lot of crazy stuff, obviously. And if you look at the bottom of this website, there is a description. It reads, the the shield-nosed crocodile in the picture, and I think he means shield-nosed, that the smaller the crocodilian is, the more armor they have. So, anyways, the shield-nosed crocodile in the picture, the one at the back with only its hind body exposed, which is the Chinese alligator right there, seems to be a very huge individual. Many crocodile fans estimate that its length is more than 2 meters or even about 2.2 meters. If it really is that big, it will exceed the size of the largest known shield-nosed crocodile, body length 2.1 meters. The keeper of this crocodile is a domestic player. It is no longer possible to verify who he is. And the video was reproduced by the QQ group. The little crocodile whose face is shown in the video, which is the Cuvius dwarf caiman, is also a shield-nosed crocodile. And the little crocodile with only its hind body and exposed, this guy right there, is a crocodile that is probably the only crocodile in China. So they don't, obviously the description doesn't give the specific names of the species, and people watching the video will not, even many crocodilian fans probably won't know these two until they comment that video, and that's what I did. And so this guy also has 3 more crocodilians, and one of them I'm about to show you right now is in the same comment I made for what other crocodiles he had. This smooth running caiman, he said he killed a saltwater crocodile before he kept as a pet, and this is clearly exaggerated. He's just saying that dwarf caimans, even though they're small, they're aggressive. Yes, they are aggressive, but how are they going to take down a giant 20-foot crocodile against a 5 or 4 foot caiman? How is a 5 or 4 foot caiman able to take down a 20-foot crocodile? Or unless this is a baby. Anyways, there's this other video I found, which is right here. It's a saltwater crocodile. A hypo saltwater crocodile. If you don't know what hypo is, hypo means a brightly colored animal. Mostly a reptile. And you could tell it's a saltwater crocodile by the naked neck. So if you want to identify a saltwater crocodile, you have to look at the neck. Unlike other crocodiles, salties don't have that armor plating on the neck. Though it's despite that, it's only a small proportion of the neck. But if you look very closely, you can identify that. So he moves towards the angle of the body, and he slowly moves up to the front of the tail, and the crocodile starts moving, and you see the salty has the band around its mouth. And once he moves forward, this video does not have a description. Once he moves over, I quickly realized that this is the same man, the exact same man that owns the other 3 smaller crocodilians. What I can tell, two clues. The floor is white. Obviously you see most Chinese floors that are white concrete, white plated. It's the cheap material, the cheap classic material. And you see it's white but it has some gray shades. You can see it on this video right here. Secondly, when the dwarf caiman starts to attack the Chinese alligator, there's a table with a wooden board. And during the end of the video, when he zooms up right here, the same wooden board is shown with the same scarring and burns on it. And so this convinces me that this is the same person, and the saltwater crocodile he owns is a brightly colored hypo salty. Sadly, there isn't much to say. There is no video on the Siamese or Cuban croc, even when I looked a lot deeper into the videos. But I think that's all I'm about to say. This is not much known. Anyways, this is not much known about this guy, since we don't know anything about him, and there's only 2 videos of this guy, so I'm probably not explaining too much about this person. And I think how he and besides, one note: Siamese crocodiles and Cuban crocodiles are endangered, along with the Cuban crocodile. However, Cuban crocodiles are often found in the pet trade in where they're legal in. Siamese crocs and Chinese gators are not. So the Cuban croc, I wouldn't be surprised. Salties, I'm not surprised because I wouldn't be surprised if they were found for sale in foreign countries, not in the USA. I've heard I think in some U.S. states that they are legal in, you can get salties. Where I live, Southern California, you can't own a lot of pets, especially crocodilians, small ones like the dwarf caimans without permits, and because of California's strict laws about the environment and of how of they want to keep their environment safe from invasive species. So that's all I'm saying about today. So like, subscribe. I hope I gave a good explanation, and I'll see you for the next video.